What's up, everyone? Thank you all so much for coming back for another video. I appreciate you taking the time to do so. If you're new here, my name is Dooley. I'm a graphic designer and a self-taught calligrapher. I decided that I wanted to take this past week off from making videos because I just felt I needed it, and I don't remember the last time I took a week off. But that is neither here nor there. I hope that you all have been doing well for this month of June. And today's video is going to be about why I chose graphic design as a career. And I'm just going to get into, bits and pieces and talk briefly about it. And with that said, let's go ahead and get into the video. First off, I want to start with what the points of why I chose graphic design as calligraphy. First, the thing is, just skateboarding and the whole creative aspect of skateboarding and all that it entails, and then drawing as a kid and graffiti. And all of these tie into each other, and I still think about them every single day, which is pretty crazy to think about it. And just to think about how long I've been pursuing this career of graphic design, and as long as I've been doing calligraphy as well, that has really continued to motivate me. And with skateboarding, the creative aspect or the artistic aspect of skateboarding, for me, I always wanted to do skateboard deck designs. And because I remember, even to this day, if I was back to skateboarding like I used to, I would choose the deck design I would choose my deck based off of the design on it. Because to me, it just tells a story, and I want it to be something that I am stoked on. And more or less, from whenever I'm skating and I'm holding it up, like getting ready to do whatever, people are like, oh, what board you got? And then another thing that I still am inspired by, it is the clothing from skateboard. And I just think to this day, the t-shirt designs and like all the clothing, the shoe designs, the ads, I remember the magazine ads. And that's another thing that skateboarding really developed in me, to appreciate the creativity as well as have fun with it. And the next thing is drawing as a kid. I remember me and my cousin, we would, I believe, draw cartoons, draw people, and etc. I remember, us both just drawing and not really having much. I'm not sure about him, but I remember me not having much of an idea of what I'm doing. I'm trying to retain what I see visually and put it into paper and try to match that exactly. And if I feel I did not take the time to experiment with drawing as a kid, I don't know how much of interest I would have in what I'm doing now. And last but not least, it is graffiti. So one of the major aspects of graffiti that I really appreciate is the letters. And when I say the letters, it's like how a graffiti writer can bend the letters and almost camouflage the letters to a point where it's like, hold on a second, this says this, but if you don't really look and see how the letter structure is, you'd be completely lost. And that is another thing that it's so beautiful and wonderful to me, especially how it's people creating it and they're doing it for themselves and or they're doing it for whatever reason. The next thing that I really love about graffiti is the colors, the color palettes that they choose. And it's even to a point where if I am looking for inspiration in the other places, and I will look at a graffiti piece and I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, you know what? I would have never thought that those letters, well, not letters, I would have never thought that those colors would have went so well together. And, you know, typography, I just talked about that. And the creativity aspect of it. I mean, we are creative people. Whether you think that you're creative or not, you are. And don't be afraid to show it and even play around with it, because you may think that you're not creative, but you are. So in conclusion, why I chose graphic design, it all started from skateboarding. How I started this video off when I got into the why. Skateboarding, it was all worth it, all that I went through and all the time and money spent. I just loved it. Skateboarding has taught me to not be afraid to be creative, to not experiment, to not be afraid to try new things. And I could go on and on about skateboarding. And if you enjoyed this video, you made it this far, please give me a thumbs up on this video and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. It really helps me out. It lets me know that you all are there. And I will see you in the next video. Peace and love. I don't know why that finger is still up. There we go. Peace and love.